welcome to the University Counseling Center. Are you my 10 o'clock appointment? Okay, great. Can I just get your name and student ID number? Okay. Green. Okay, and ID number 189687422. Okay, thank you. Great. Okay, so I have your account pulled up. It looks like you made an appointment to discuss your schedule and 4-year plan. Is that right? Okay, great. So typically all of your information would already be in the system, but we're a little overloaded with the beginning of the semester, so I just have to verify some information. Okay. So first off, what year are you? Or what year are you entering? You're a freshman. Okay, so this is your first semester. How exciting. First off, welcome to the university. How are you finding it so far? Yeah? Definitely lots of big changes, a very transitional period for everyone. But there are lots of resources that are available to you if you need them. But a very exciting time. You moved in yesterday? That's awesome. Which dorm are you in? Oh, you're lucky. That's a good one. Okay, and what is your intended major? Chemistry? Okay. And do you plan on doing any double majors, minors? Minor in French? Okay, great. Did you take French in high school? Got it. And do you have any AP credits that you are planning to apply? Okay, French AP and okay. And I know you are new to the university, so you don't have to give me a definite yes or no, but do you have any plans to study abroad? Okay, maybe your junior year, you'd like to spend a semester in France. Okay, that definitely makes sense with your minor. The university has several affiliate universities that we partner with in France. So whether you want to study abroad in Paris or Montpellier or Marseille, we have lots of different options for students who are planning to go to France. Yeah, it's just helpful to know when creating your 4-year plan that we need to make sure to save a spot in there for you to study abroad. Wonderful. Okay. And have you registered for any classes already? Okay, the introductory French classes, so that's Chem 131 and Chem 132. And that's it. Okay, that's not a problem. We always reserve seats in classes, particularly introductory classes for incoming freshmen, because we know that schedules change around a lot. And that way you can change your schedule closer to the start date of classes. So I'm just going to pull up the major requirements for chemistry. Okay, so you've already registered for Chem 131 and Chem 132. Let's see, that's the fundamentals of chemistry and then the lab session that goes along with it. So you have to take those two at the same time. So it's great you've signed up for both of them. So there are some additional requirements that are from the university that you will need to take in your first year. One of them is English 100, which is academic writing. So this is a class that focuses on how to write in an academic manner, the basics of rhetoric, how to engage in scholarly conversation and write effectively, and also how to analyze academic texts. So you'll need to take that either this semester or next semester, since it needs to be completed by the end of your freshman year. All majors are also required to take an introductory statistics course. Again, you don't need to take it this semester, but you'll need to take it sometime in your first year. And statistics are an important skill for any academic discipline, and this course introduces just basic statistics techniques. Some other requirements are for the purposes of developing a well-rounded education. So science majors and math majors are required to take 2 humanities classes. This will be fulfilled by your French minor, so you don't need to worry about it. So you can cross over because you're taking the foreign language classes. That will count for your humanities requirement. And you said you have AP credits to apply for your French requirement, right? Okay, so you will skip the elementary French course and be starting right with intermediate French. That is French 203, okay? And then the other requirements are that science majors, once again, are required to take at least 2 social science or history courses. So this is a very broad course selection. You can take it from any political science classes, psychology, history, economics. There are lots of different courses that fulfill these requirements. So if there are any topics outside of your primary major and minor, you can definitely find something that will fulfill these requirements. And then finally, first semester freshmen are limited to taking no more than 15 credits. So that is 5 3-credit classes. As you get situated into university, we want to help students avoid getting overwhelmed by taking on too many classes at once. So your first semester schedule will probably be between 12 and 15 credits. It looks like you've already signed up for 4 credits with your intro chemistry classes. So you'll have 3 to 4 more classes you can take this semester. Yes, Chem 131 is 3 credits, and then the accompanying laboratory session is 1 credit. So I can generate a couple of different schedules, but first, let's see what other classes you'll be taking. So I would recommend that you take French 203 this semester. That's intermediate French. The odd number classes are typically only offered in the fall for the foreign language classes. So it can be a little hard to catch up if you don't take the classes in order. So I'd recommend putting French 203 on your schedule for this semester. I'm also going to put in English 100 just to see what that does to your schedule. It may not work with these other classes, but we can generate a couple of schedules and see. If not, it's no big deal to take it next semester. Let's do the same with stats, just see. And finally, are there any social science topics that you're interested in taking? History? Okay, great. That definitely fulfills all the requirements. Let me pull up some of our available history courses. So it looks like there's a class in History 146. That's America during the Revolution. History 111, the Ancient World. History 112, the Medieval World. And there's also a Latin American history course in the Hispanic Studies department. The Medieval World? Yeah, I think that does sound interesting. Okay, that is History 112. It looks like there are some open sections, so I will plug that into your schedule and we can look at a couple of options. So this is the first of two possible schedules. On Mondays we have Chem 131, French 203, then Chem 132, which is the lab session. On Tuesdays we have History 111, English 101, and Chemistry 131. This is your discussion section. Wednesdays are the Chem lecture again and French. Tuesdays are just History and English without the chemistry discussion. And Fridays are Chemistry, French, and the History discussion section. One nice thing about this schedule is that you don't have too many awkward breaks, but you still have time every day in order to go and eat lunch. There's time for lunch between French and your chemistry lab, so you have time for a quick lunch between history and English, or a later lunch after academic writing. And you do have a later chemistry discussion, but you get out pretty early on Wednesdays and Thursdays. The nice thing about this schedule is you don't have too many awkwardly timed breaks. So there is a pretty short break between chemistry and French. You have 15 minutes, and this will be enough time to get between buildings. But the chemistry building and the French building are about a 7 to 8 minute walk, so you definitely have time to get between them, but not a lot of time to dilly-dally. And then for your other breaks between history and English, or these longer breaks, you have plenty of time. For these, you can even go back to your dorm room and get some work done, or just relax. This is the second option for your schedule, so replacing French 203 with introductory stats, that's stat 100. Here you have a little bit of a busier Tuesday, but you are out quite early on Friday, which is a definite benefit for many students. One thing is that you do have some more awkwardly timed breaks on Wednesdays and Mondays. I know that some students struggle to feel like they use these breaks effectively because it's not enough time to go back to your room and work or relax, but it's also not enough time to really feel like you can get a whole lot done. So many students feel that this can kind of hinder their momentum when they're working or attending class. You may not feel that way, but it is something to look out for. You have some more breaks, the same break between English and chemistry, which you could use to get a late lunch, and then you're out early Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The problem is that it does not have any French classes, which you would need to pick up next semester or the following year. So what do you think between those two schedules? I also think that Schedule 1 is a good idea. French 203 won't be offered again until next fall, but statistics is offered with a bunch of sections every semester. And if you want to take more than 15 credits, 16 or 17 next semester, that is perfectly okay. Since after your semester, you are allowed to take more than 15 credits if you so choose. But as long as you average 12 credits a semester, you are on track to graduate on time, so there's absolutely no rush. So I'm going to draft up a 4-year plan. This will not be completely filled in. There will just be some placeholders for certain classes, but that will give you an idea of how many classes you need to take a semester and what kinds of classes you need to take in order to graduate on time with both your chemistry major and French minor. Okay? Great. So now that you have your schedule set, let's look at your 4-year plan, starting from fall of this year down to year 4. Are you planning on taking any summer classes? If not, I will just cross this out. Okay, great. So give me just a moment. I'm going to fill this out. And we're not doing summer classes. Next fall, you will need to take that statistics course we talked about. You'll also take the next French class, which is French 204. And then the next 2 history classes that it is recommended you finish by your first year is Chemistry 141 and Chemistry 142. So this here is 3, 6, 9, 10 credits. You'll need to take at least one more class in order to stay on track. This could be another history class, a political science class, an economics class, anything that fulfills that general education requirement. So I'm just going to say history, or we'll put government as a placeholder, but it can be whatever you want. So this would be 13 credits. Next, you'll have the 200 level chemistry classes. So this is just the start of your 4-year plan. So this semester you're taking Chem 131, Chem 132, French 203, English 100, and History 111. Next semester you'll have to take Stat 100, that's Introductory Statistics, French 204, and then the next 2 chemistry classes. So this is the next fundamental chemistry course in the accompanying lab. So this is 3, 6, 9, 10 credits, and then 1 more class to maintain full-time status. This could be your next required government or history or whatever social science course you want to take. In the following year, fall of 2025, it's recommended to take the next 2 chemistry courses. You are also required to take 3 chem extracurriculars. So this is any course that is outside of the chemistry department but still related. These could be biology courses, biochemistry, pre-med, anything that overlaps with the chemistry discipline. And these can be at any level. So this is open-ended for you to figure out what you would like to put there. And then the next French course. In spring 2026, you have to take at least 2 400 level chemistry classes. So these can be from any of the 400 level chemistry classes. They're up to you to choose. And then French 304 and another French extracurricular course. So this may be a literature course, a history course, anything like that that is not a strictly foreign language course. In the following year, it's often recommended that you study abroad in the fall semester. This often aligns better with foreign academic calendars, but we could make it the spring if that's what you prefer. The classes that you take will transfer for credits, and this is a great way to finish up the requirements of your French minor. So taking French classes in language, history, culture, anything can fulfill your French minor requirements and finish up those requirements there. And it does look like you are on track to actually graduate in 3 years if you so choose. So your final semester, you would only need to take English 301. This is a professional writing course required by the university that will focus on writing a resume, cover letters, things like that, and applying for jobs after university. You will need 2 more chemistry extracurricular courses, and then 1 final course, really in any subject of your choosing, in order to maintain full-time status. So this is just a recommended schedule. You do not have to follow it, but this is a plan in place in order to make sure that you are on track to graduate on time. If you want to add a second major or another minor, then it looks like you definitely have time to do so. You should be able to add on additional courses if there are topics that you find interesting and want to pursue further. And of course, I'm happy to meet at any time to discuss those options. It can seem a little bit overwhelming at first, but you are very capable, and I am absolutely confident in your abilities. I absolutely believe in you and think that you are going to have a great couple of years here. So, how are you feeling? I know it's a lot of information to take in. Yeah, okay. Well, you are very capable. I'm sure that you are a very capable student, and we are so happy to welcome you to the university and hope that you have an absolutely amazing 4 years. I'm going to email this schedule to you. Can I get your student email address? Okay, .edu. And in that email, you can also find the link to your book list. can get all your required textbooks at the university bookstore, and they'll have everything you need. Yeah, you can either sign up for an appointment and get your books in advance, or just walk in and they'll help you out. So I will reach out to schedule a meeting towards the end of your second year to discuss your 4-year plan again and see how it's going. But I'm sure that you will have an amazing semester, and I hope that you learn a lot, but also have a lot of fun, have time to take breaks, meet new people, explore the campus, and all of that. All right?